Good morning, everyone. And happy Monday.
Yes, happy Monday.
Yes. Good morning, Catherine.
And it is a Monday.
It is a
We
Monday.
love Mondays.
It is a Monday.
Love Mondays.
It's a restart of the week. I was
Yes,
gonna say,
there it
that's
is.
not true. A refresher.
Refresher.
Yes, to start all over again. Good morning, good morning. Good morning, Janet, our linker, and good morning, Paula has just jumped on, and Marcia McDowell just jumped on.
Oh, hi,
and
everybody.
Chris, happy
Good
Monday.
Morning,
Hello.
morning.
I hope everyone had a nice weekend.
Yeah, we had beautiful weather this weekend here.
Didn't we?
It was great.
Good morning,
I even got
Kim.
my dog out for a long walk,
Yes.
and he loved it.
Oh.
And he slept, and that was wonderful.
And that is wonderful, wasn't it? We got Charlie out too, and she slept. Mm-hmm. She was very excited just to be outside.
Yes,
and she
very
ran
much
and ran
so.
and ran. Mm-hmm. And look at, we're so lucky today. It was going to be a Teresa day, but Teresa, unfortunately, is feeling a little under the weather.
Darn it.
Yeah, and so Peggy graciously jumped in and said that she could do her demo today.
Yeah.
We were still going to show Teresa's cards, but there is some techniques on there, so we thought she would be best to show that.
Yeah.
But this is such a treat, too. This was going to be Thursday's demo, so we just moved it up.
Yeah.
And thank you, Peggy, for being so flexible. We really
Sure
do appreciate
thing.
that.
Yeah.
And people are like, oh, it's a Peggy day.
Yeah,
yes, it is.
Surprise.
Surprise. Surprise. Happy birthday.
Still doing stuff to get ready.
So, all right. So it's good morning, everyone. Everyone, people are loving Peggy days. First day of retirement for Nancy.
Nancy, you're going to love it. Retirement is so wonderful. I love it.
You get to do what you want to do when you want to do it.
You really do.
And 80 degrees, Janet.
Janet.
Oh my gosh. Are you going to
I'm
be
so
barefoot,
jealous.
Janet? Yes.
So jealous.
We're supposed to be about, what, 45, I think.
And then it's supposed to go back to winter.
Yeah, I'm just waiting for one big snowstorm.
Yeah,
I don't have very
we
many
haven't
snow
had one
pictures this year.
No. And we've got some great winter paper and snow paper that, gosh, we need those pictures for, don't we?
Yes, we do. All right.
Okay, are we ready?
We are ready. I think we're ready to go.
Oh.
Again, if you're just joining us, I'm Katie, and this is, you're seeing Peggy.
Yep.
And while she's
While
getting
I'm
her
scrambling.
stuff ready, yes, in our new studio, I'll just back up. We, what is it when they hit the wine or champagne bottle over the boat?
Christening.
Yes,
is that right?
Yes, I think so.
What you
We
do with a
christened
boat
the
or something?
studio
Yeah,
with
something
a
like
big
that.
ribbon cutting ceremony last Monday. And we sure have enjoyed our little area.
We do, and it's a fun place to be. So come join us.
Oh, Vancouver, Canada had a huge snow dump.
Oh,
Vancouver, Canada. I wish we would have a snow dump.
I do too. I could use that. I would be okay.
People are wishing Teresa to feel better. Thank you, thank you. We hope she feels better too.
Yes,
There's
we
Diane. Good morning, Diane. Okay. All right. Come on over, Peggy.
Oh, we have to show product. Gosh. Okay.
Again, it is Katie and Peggy, and we're at Memory Bound, the scrap store.
Scrapbook world, Scrapbook Center of the world.
There you go. Paper crafting store.
Yes.
I was trying to think of our new one is. So the
And
paper
fabric
crafting
and
store.
all kinds of stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, we have all sorts of good stuff here.
Yes.
And today, Peggy is going to show her birthday layouts and cards.
Hip Hip Hooray from Echo
Yay!
Park. Yes.
And again, if you're just joining, Teresa was to be on here, but she is feeling a bit under the weather, so we had to switch things up. So we hope Teresa feels better soon.
Yeah.
And it takes a lot to take Teresa down.
It does. It really does.
She must
yes.
be sick.
All
All right, so Peggy's going to show us some new things that we got this weekend.
Yeah.
And why don't you start with this? Yeah.
Okay.
And this is called
This
A
is
Year
called
in Bloom.
A Year in Bloom. It's from Lisa Horton. And these are embossing folders for every month of the year. So they're 3D embossing folders, and there's 12 of them in the set. And so you get one for each month.
Ooh, let's take a look
so
at these.
January is a crocus. Did I say that right?
Yeah. Oh, I was like, how did you know that flower? That's amazing.
Because I have such a green-black
Oh
thumb.
my goodness. I was like,
I do not know
wow.
my flowers. February is violets. And isn't
All
that
right.
pretty? I love how that's in columns, too. That's really pretty.
Yes.
March,
yep.
daffodils. Oh, my
Do you
gosh.
have daffodils in your yard or anything?
I don't. The neighbors
Yeah.
do, and those are
Aren't
so
they
pretty.
so pretty?
I'm not good at flowers.
Okay.
I'm bad.
I know then it's
tulips.
Spring when the daffodils are coming. Ooh,
Look
isn't
at
that pretty?
that.
People are always looking for
Yes.
tulips.
And this is April, so if you go to tulip time in Pella or Orange City here in Iowa, or any Dutch community.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Those are really pretty.
Gorgeous.
May is peonies.
Oh, I like those.
And at our house, we call these pannies.
Pannies?
Pannies, because when my kids were little, we had some peony bushes in our backyard.
Yeah.
And one day, my son decided to ride his trike through them.
Oh,
And
no.
So as he's doing that, Micah's coming running up to the house. Mom, Michael's riding his bike through the panny bushes.
The panny bushes.
So we no longer call them peony bushes, we call them panny bushes.
I love it. That's a good story.
These are foxgloves for June.
Those are so pretty.
I love the different heights. So pretty. And it's so detailed.
Yeah, get these
very
embossed
detailed.
and
Yes.
see. Oh,
July is daisies.
I love daisies.
August dahlias.
Oh, I
Those
love
are
dahlias
gorgeous
too.
flowers, aren't they? Oh,
yes.
so pretty. September, fuchsia.
I'm not sure what a fuchsia is.
But
They
I
look
like how
pretty
it's
though,
just
don't they?
along the top there.
Yeah.
It's pretty. October is a thistle.
Oh,
I can see that in the darker brown.
Okay.
Orangey colors for fall. Poppies for November.
oh yes, the red poppies. Yes.
And winter flowers. So there's a mix of flowers for
isn't that pretty?
December.
We might have to
The
do something
snowfall,
with
yeah,
these.
those are really
Wouldn't it be
pretty.
fun?
So these come in a set. You can't buy
Yes.
them individually. You do have to buy them in the set. The set is $134.99,
$134.
and they come in a nice little box for you too. So
Yes, they will fit in your big shot.
yes,
Definitely.
yes, they will.
They will definitely fit in your
Yep.
big shot.
And they're 3D embossing folders.
And Janet mentioned how she likes those. Our flowers are in bloom that time of the year.
Yes.
And Janet was knows she has green thumbs and green toes.
Master gardener.
Yeah, she is very much so.
Yep.
All right. Yep.
Okay,
Let's go
well,
ahead
let's
and
do
do
this
that.
punch board. This is a pillow box punch board from We Are.
So what this does, it creates one of these little pillow boxes.
Yeah.
Maybe you've seen a pillow box, and they're. I mean, you can use them at graduations.
They're goodie boxes.
Yeah. A lot at graduation, Christmas gifts, and those
Yeah.
types of things. Little Halloween containers,
Where
just
they
year round.
fold on the ends, and
Yeah.
they're kind of circular, fold
Yep.
on the ends.
And how much would that be?
This is $26.99, and you
All
can
right.
make different sizes. You can see, long ones, short ones, whatever size works
Those
for
are
you.
fun. Whatever size the item is
Yes.
that you're putting inside
Exactly.
of this.
Exactly.
Oh, and we got the new Elizabeth craft,
Yes,
everyone.
we did. Yes, we did. So there's one stamp and then a bunch of dies.
All right.
So the stamp here, this is Easter greeting, and it has a nice
Hold it 'cause
background.
It's got a little bit of a
Go this way.
glare.
Glare.
There we go. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So it says best wishes, spring greetings, and welcome spring. Just because, and then there's a bunch of other ones.
And
down
birthday
there.
wishes, Easter blessings, happy Easter with love and bloom.
Yeah.
So I can
Very
see.
nice.
Wouldn't this be
Wouldn't it
like
be
a
pretty?
gorgeous, like a stained glass window? If you
Yeah.
color
I was
that in?
thinking
Ooh.
of Penny could.
Yes, that would be
color
very
that.
pretty. Then we have decorative oval frame.
Look at that.
Is it glary?
It is. Here, let's see if I can.
Hold it.
There we go.
Okay.
Maybe if we hold.
it
There we go.
upright.
Yeah.
Hold
Hold
it
it.
upright.
Ooh, gosh!
the
Look at
back.
that. Definitely would use some toilet paper / lint roller.
Absolutely.
Tape on the back of that. Very intricate, but
Yep.
very beautiful.
And this one is one that really intrigued me. This is called honeycomb egg.
Oh, wouldn't that be fun?
And you get 3 different
So-
sizes.
And you can hang them. It comes up with a
Yes,
hanger. Wouldn't that be fun to hang those around the store? Maybe up above the studio.
Ooh, yes.
So they are.
$16.99.
Yeah, I wonder how that works.
It looks like you maybe just cut a bunch.
Cut
and
a bunch
fold
of them, and
maybe.
then they come. Then fold them out like a. What is
Yeah.
that called?
I know what you're talking about. I don't know.
Okay, good.
The thing that
I'm glad
it
it's
goes around
yes,
like that.
exactly.
Yeah.
It's a Monday. It's a
Then we
very
have
Monday.
Another decorative egg. I think that's different. Yeah, different. Decorative egg again.
Very intricate, and it looks like it
Yes.
might have 3 layers. Like you have an outer layer with some loops around it, and then a middle, and then the inside. Very, gosh, that would be beautiful, wouldn't it?
Isn't it pretty?
Oh, it's gorgeous.
Goodness sakes. And then we have the decorative dimensional basket.
Ooh, look at that.
Look, I mean, these are all just so highly detailed and decorative.
They are. Honeycomb. Thank you, Sharon.
Yes.
Honeycomb. Thank you.
Look at that.
So you have your basket pieces, the handle, and then another
the panels,
basket.
yeah.
The panels to fit over your basket.
Bottom.
Are these priced by any chance?
This one is $21.99.
All right.
This one,
The egg.
$15.99.
Nice. The honeycomb eggs.
$16.99. And the first decorative die is $19.99.
Thank you.
And then we go to some flowers. This is a corn flower
Oh, gosh,
at
I love that blue.
$21.99.
Isn't that pretty? They seem so
Gorgeous.
dimensional. Oh, no wonder you have
Yeah,
lots
there's a lot
of
of pieces.
layers. Lots of layers, lots of pieces. That makes it just beautiful. $21.99.
Yes. Isn't that gorgeous? Oh,
Yeah.
I'd like to see that one put together. And then this has a lot of greenery on it. This one's really pretty too.
Yeah, the greenery and some wheat. And what those look like?
Not sure.
Carrots. Toppers,
Oh,
don't they?
carrot
Or
leaves,
maybe not.
Floral Greenery 3 is what it is. Maybe Janet can tell us what all the different.
Yeah, I
greenery
bet
is.
she could.
And
I
these are
bet she could.
$18.99.
Look at those. I love the rounded ones. I like this one and this one. Well, you know what? I like them all.
Yeah, you
When
can
it comes
use these
down
for
to it,
groupings really easily. And this one, oh gosh,
Both of Peggy and I
Tulips.
went, oh, when we saw that.
yes.
Look
This
at
one,
the
I just think-
dimension on those.
I mean, they look like paper tulips in the
They
picture,
do.
don't they?
Gosh, I love
$17.99
tulips,
for
too.
this.
All right, should we see the back?
Yes.
And it's due to the layering that you do. Mm-hmm. And then the leaves
So,
and
so
stems.
pretty.
$17.99.
So
so
pretty.
pretty.
I
I
love
love
that one.
tulips.
That one. I do too. Favorite flower. And this one, I think this one's going to be really popular for Easter too. This one is called Bunny.
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 We always think it's going to be some
Yep.
whimsical type name. It's like Bunny.
Bunny. And it's $19.99, but look at all the pieces
Oh,
you get. Gosh,
so you get the
so
bunny
many pieces.
and you get a basket and some clothes for your bunny.
Yeah.
Oh,
Eggs
okay.
to go in the basket. Oh, and look, you even get a little bunny butt.
Oh, so let me go down there. Those are the then options that you can do. You get a little bunny butt and some carrots and like a little outfit.
Yeah.
Oh, how there's a
So
lot
cute.
on there.
$19.99. That is
Wow,
a great
that
deal.
is a
Wow.
good deal, isn't
Okay.
it? All right.
Okay. And we got a card in the mail today. This is from Stacy. And look at how cute that is.
Okay.
Look at that cityscape.
That's amazing. It says, "This is my happy place," and that is, those are all dies. Mm-hmm. And look at her bag says "Memory Bound."
Is that awesome? Or
Oh my gosh, I love
it.
that.
Stacy,
It's like
this
Tiffany.
is so cool. I mean, is this a Tim Holtz back here?
Yes, I wonder where the girl is.
Yeah.
She is
then,
fabulous.
And then she's stamped on the inside.
Creativity. The ability to transcend traditional ideas, rules, patterns, relationships, or the like to create meaningful new ideas. Oh,
How
I
neat is
love
I love
that.
it. Stacy, thank you so much.
Thank
you. Guys,
you.
I can't tell you how excited we get when we get
we
cards
do.
from customers. We really do. I mean, we have them up at the counter. We ooh and ah over them because they're all so amazing. And, you know, the notes that you guys write in the cards really touch our hearts. So we
absolutely.
do really appreciate this
Gosh.
so much.
Love
so
the
pretty.
Tiffany girl.
Yes, I do
Doesn't
too.
she look like the Breakfast at Tiffany
Breakfast
girl?
Tiffany,
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, and then we had a new collection come
Yes,
in
the
from
newest
49
from
in Market.
49 in Market, and what is it called? It is called
She said
Starlight.
that gal is a Halloween witch die, and I know exactly which one she's talking about. Stacy.
Oh my gosh,
Oh my.
Stacy, you turned her and look at the pearls on the necklace there.
Like trying to, it's focusing on your fingers.
Okay,
Trying to get, come on.
I'll hold over here.
There we go. If you can see them. Okay, that I know exactly which witch die
Yep,
she's talking about.
Is
Oh
that
my
the vault one this
gosh.
last year? So
That's
cute.
amazing.
So
Absolutely
cute, love
amazing.
it. You are creative beyond belief.
Oh my.
That's the creativity in the inside, that stamp on the inside, perfect.
Yes.
Wonderful.
Thank you,
Yes,
Stacy.
that is so neat.
All right.
Okay, Starlight. Is that right?
Yep.
Starlight Dreams is
From
the new
49
collection
and
from
Market.
49 and Market. Dennis Bruton is the designer on this one. He's the one that did.
Maybe we should open that.
He's the one that did Academia.
Did he do Revs?
Rust and Revs.
Rust and Revs too. Yeah.
In
He's our
Academia, yeah.
newest designer, Rust and Revs.
Yep.
And so this is the newest collection that we will show you.
Yep.
And it's called Starlight.
So, front. And the back.
Oh, look at that.
How
It's
pretty is that
so-
on a background?
I'm just trying to think
I
all
just
the
think
different
Sleepy
ways you
Babies.
can use it.
Sleepy
Yes.
Babies, I think.
And the gold flecks in it are amazing.
We'll
I'm
start
going to
here.
try to come in here.
To get all the detail.
So
oh my
pretty.
gosh, so neat. I'm going to actually put it down.
I know sometimes should be an easy thing to do, but and we do have
always.
single sheets, and it is actually on reorder also.
If you're
And-
into astrology at all.
Oh yeah,
And this one is called Whimsical. And this one, look at the blues
Oh,
in this one. How
isn't that
is
pretty?
This is called Mystical.
that is so pretty. And then on the back has little astrological items, maybe.
And then we have Enchanting.
So I'll start at the top, and it's already like a page laid out for you.
You just have to add your pictures and you have something
Yeah.
gorgeous. But look at the back.
Oh.
And look at the barcode strip.
Let's see. The future belongs to those who believe in the beauty of their dreams. Isn't that gorgeous? And
Isn't
it's like a
that
gold
so
flex
pretty?
through there.
Yes. That is really
Wow.
pretty. You know, I think they do a great job with their barcode strips because they always add something.
I agree
This is
with
called
you.
Magical.
So in the middle is a photo where you can put a photo or 3 photos or layer them. But gosh darn, that is pretty.
Isn't it though? And on this one, the barcode strip says, every morning you have 2 choices. Continue to sleep with your dreams or wake up and chase them.
Oh, wow.
I love that one. Wouldn't that be something neat, like for a graduation album?
Yes. You know what that reminds me of? Did you have one of those spiral graph? Was it spiral?
Yes.
Spyro? Yes.
Yep. Yep. And this is Tranquil. And look,
Those
you
are
get the journal cards.
So I'm going to come up close.
3x4. They're all different.
Oh, they're all so beautiful. The blues are just amazing. And they
I
have
know,
little
yeah.
sleeping cherubs on there.
With the gold in there, too.
Yeah.
And look at the
Oh,
chevron.
isn't that? Wow.
I tell you what, you know, I saw this online, and I thought it was pretty online, but boy, up close and personal, it's beautiful. Fantastical is this one.
And that also has the circle and then things off to the side where you can easily, though, put things in the middle. It's really pretty.
You know what? I might have to buy this just for the barcode strips, because
Is it
this
a
one
good one?
says, "A dream doesn't become reality through magic. It takes sweat, determination, and hard work."
Oh, yeah.
How pretty!
Now, are those mountains, do you think, or clouds?
They could be either.
They could be either.
They're mountains on this side.
Okay. So maybe they're mountains. Or I think you could do clouds,
Yeah.
too.
I think either.
I agree with Janet. She says the gold in that collection really sets it off.
Yes.
And I completely
This is called
agree.
Surreal.
All right, I'm going to come in close. It looks like there's flowers in the middle, and then angel wings through the paper. I'm not quite sure what that middle yellow thing is on those wings. Maybe someone could figure it out. Maybe you can.
I'm not really sure.
I'm not quite sure what it is.
Yeah.
So this still has like the spirograph type
Yes.
look.
It's like that lighter blue, but just
Yeah?
in the kind of the gold color.
The gold color.
tones.
Very pretty.
Yep. And this one looks like a dream catcher. This is called Serene.
My boys both have dream catchers by their beds. My sister sent them to the boys for dream catchers because it's supposed to catch the
And
bad
then the
dreams.
wood grain, I think, is always
That's
a good,
really pretty.
a good
Oh my gosh, that
base
is a
for
good one.
like a layout or the back of a card or something. I think that's so
Oh,
pretty.
that's a really good because it has some of the dark gray in it.
Ooh, very,
Woo!
very pretty. Okay,
All
those are the
right.
papers.
And we do have single sheets. That was the whole collection pack.
And then the laser cut elements. Look at,
Okay,
I mean,
this is
you're going to
amazing.
get packed with stuff on this one.
This is 4 sheets of laser cuts. It is chock full
And I'm
of
not
laser
sure,
cuts. Look at all
$7.99 for
those.
this.
So it has the dream catchers, the
Wow.
flowers that are on the dream catchers, but it also has flowers and cherubs and
The feathers.
the feathers and all sorts. I mean, it's absolutely gorgeous.
Butterflies. Oh gosh, so pretty,
Yes.
so pretty.
4
Okay.
sheets.
And then the epoxy coated stickers. And if you are
Ooh.
into astrology, you get, you know, each of the astrological signs.
Oh yeah. I'm
But
trying to see where
here's-
which one's the boys. Taurus, Pisces, and there's Jack.
But the cool part is you also get stickers on the back
Oh.
side too. This is a new
Amazing.
thing.
You got this. You
Looks like they're
can.
about 2 by 2.
They are. I love that.
So that's
Love
neat.
those.
And then the chipboard words.
Oh, look at all those.
So pretty. I love
And
the
there's
little banner strips I put in there too.
65 pieces.
I love that. I love these over
Yeah.
here.
So those are black and they have a gold outline, and then you have the little banner word strips, and then also the words, and then some arrows. This has so much potential.
I was going to resist this, but I don't know if I
Yeah.
can now. I
This would be
shouldn't
a
have seen
good
it up close and
graduation
personal.
stuff.
Die cut elements here.
Oh.
This will give you frames and some other banner pieces, some tags.
It looks like
Really
there's,
pretty
oh
stuff.
wow, 89 pieces. So even if you want just some frames and some tags and some tabs, this would be
Yeah.
something that you could easily.
Right? I
Shoot for
you
the
can
stars. This will be
certainly
good for
layer those. You
graduation.
can layer all that up. That's
We're already
so
thinking
pretty.
about graduation, aren't we?
Yes, we are. Rub-ons.
Yay! Oh,
Look at that.
astrology, and to put that. Wouldn't that
For all
be
you
fun, like on a baby
stargazers.
card?
You know, a couple years ago, my son-in-law was given a telescope for his birthday, and he and the little boys love looking at, the stars and things. I think this would be
It's
great.
so amazing.
Just to.
So those are
talk
the
about that.
rub-ons.
Yep. And then we have the blendable rub-ons. So this
there's
is the bigger
3
package of them.
sheets of rub-ons. Blendable, you can use them over each other.
Yep.
And
So
I'll
look
try
at
to get
that.
into, so,
I love all the words and then
the moon.
the planets.
It's
So
really
pretty.
that not just
$9.99
like
for
in your
these.
dreams, but like focus on your dreams, believe in yourself, let your dreams be your wings.
Like
That could go for a lot of
Dream
things.
big, shine bright, sparkle more. I like that
Oh,
one. So
I really
neat,
like
neat,
those.
neat. And then of course you have the bag.
Look at that.
So you have
Love
know,
you to the moon and back.
and then the back is just that. And let's see what color the
Yes.
dots are. It's always a
Anticipation.
surprise.
I'm going
Always-
blue. Where are you going?
Oh,
do
dark
you-
blue.
Oh, dark blue. They're really dark blue, almost
Yeah.
black. Those are
Yeah,
pretty.
that deep
Love
blue
it.
teal color. Oh, so pretty. So pretty. Okay.
And
then-
those are new releases of pages to fit in the 12 by 12.
So, yep. So the 12 by 12 album that we've had, and we've had this both in black and white, but they have released new pages to go with it.
Yes, so those are 12 by 12 foundation inserts that will go into the 12 by 12 page.
Album.
Yeah, and the 12 by 12 album. Yes.
Yes.
Thank you, Peggy.
Yes.
Thank you, everyone.
what a beautiful
Oh, like I'm
collection.
leaving. All right.
What? Yeah, not yet. Not yet.
Nope, sorry.
Not yet.
Not yet.
No, that's a
All
beautiful
right.
collection. Oh, I love that one.
It is. And if there's something that some of it has already sold out, the 6 by 8
Yes.
pad, I know off the top of my head has sold out. But everything's on
It's all been
order to
reordered.
be reordered. So
Yep.
if you want us to give you a call when it comes in, just give us a
Yeah.
call or just let us know that you would like
Yep.
to be put on that list.
And we can get that for you, so no problem whatsoever there.
All right, so here we go for the main event.
Happy birthday, everyone.
And one thing I think anybody and everybody can scrapbook is a birthday.
Yes, I think, we all have them.
We do all have them.
Yes, we all have them. So it's not a unique event for any of us, so we all celebrate them, I hope.
Yeah.
I hope we celebrate. That I think that's an important thing to celebrate.
I just have to say that Peggy's subjects, her little grandkids, are so stinking cute.
You can tell they have just a little bit of personality.
Oh, yeah.
There.
Oh, they do. This one with his eyes still looking over. Oh.
He's like,
okay,
like I am ready to blow out these candles, man.
Let's do this. Stop.
Yeah.
And then Peggy actually, she has her twin kiddos.
Kids, yep. This is their last birthday when they turned 34.
And then her little ones again. Look at, so darn cute. And look at these, Peggy.
Yes.
Again, Peggy showed me these last week, and I just sit in awe of them. And then I take pictures. So I can copy them, which ends up being, I just look at them later. So.
But you know what, the one thing about them, when you talk about, copying them, scrap lifting, whatever, these are all scrap liftable. I mean, there's nothing really complicated about it. And actually, I'm going to show you today how to do the background on this one right here. So that's going to be an easy one for you. And you know what, I'm going to have to ring the bell already because I forgot something.
Oh, here. So we're...
Yep, This is our first bell ringing of the day.
This is our first February.
Our first, look at
in our
first
studio.
of the day, first of the week, or first of the demo, first of the day, first of the week, first of the month.
This is amazing.
We are just right
we're
up there.
So
first
new.
Things. Yes, we are. We are right up there. Okay, we're waiting.
We're running a little low on people today, so.
Yep.
Peggy does have. Hi, Diane.
Can you get me the Tim Holtz? The guy, the one with the it's the one that Teresa's. The sidekick one.
The little guy, the little one, yeah. Janet reminded us that if we like this collection, there's also a card kit.
Yes, Janet has a card kit coming out.
Card kit.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, everybody's like, oh my gosh, Peggy, Peggy Day, Peggy Day. Yeah. Yes, they love the layouts.
But the one thing that when I got this collection, I thought, this can go for boy or girl. It doesn't really matter. And you can see that I used it for both here, boy and girl. Because it's got, those bright primary colors. And even though there's some pink in there, you can still use it on the boys. Even though there's blue in there, you can still use it on the girls. I mean, it works for everybody. I think it comes with some really great, I laid out all the papers right down here, but I think it comes with some really great cut-aparts. Like here are your 3x4 cut-aparts, that can work on the front of a card. This can be like a journaling box right in there. For the layouts that I'm showing today, for the most part, I use the 6x6 paper pad. That's what I started with.
Still blows my mind.
The 6x6 paper pad is what I use for most of it, except for, as you can see, some of the background, the base. But this is what I've used for most of it. You can see all my pieces that are falling out that I've cut up here. But, inside here, you also get some of the 3x4 cut-aparts, too. So that's really a nice thing. So you don't have to have the full sheet. You can get the, and they're a little bit different than what maybe not. They're the same, I guess. But, they're all there for you. So you can use that. I really like that.
I guess that would give them the ability, if you just wanted to get the 6x6, that you sure can create a lot.
You can create so much, maybe just a couple of, different of the backgrounds and you're good. I think this plaid is really pretty. It has all those colors in it. I like that too.
What I really appreciate, Peggy, is that you showing how you use this collection for boys.
Yeah.
because as a boy mom, if you see pink, you're kind of like,
Yeah, I don't want to do
yeah.
that.
I'm going to move that for you. Because
Pull
I
out all
think,
these colored parts.
you can't use pink, but she showed how she used it with her
You can
grandkids.
use it. You can use it.
Her
right?
grandboys
Yeah.
too. Oh my gosh,
And
it's
I
so
really like
colorful.
that.
It's so fun.
You know, and if you're going to be, you know, a little bit selective about, like, if you want a cut apart sheet, but you know, you don't want all the same size, they do have, you know, the sheet that has the 2x2 with the 6x4 and the 4x6 right here. You can get, you know, a little bit different ones on this one. You can get the 4x4 as well. So there's a lot of choices when it comes to the cut aparts, which work great for card fronts or even elements on your page. So, yeah, it's just a fun collection.
It is, and I love the fonts that they use
I do
on
too.
these.
I really like this one because you have like this, you know, the 12 by 12 line of stripe. You have like just a little bit there. You have that right up there that you
Lots
can
of
cut apart.
options.
Really, really gives you lots of options.
This one's good over here. It says you smashed it. Like you can use that for
a 1-year-old.
A 1-year-old
for a smash party.
Yeah.
So yeah, all these papers are so bright, and I mean, look at. It just says, this could be used for New Year's Eve too.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, anything like that. So, I mean, and this was one of my favorites. I really love this one too. I love
so good.
What are those called?
They're like what we have in our studio.
Yeah, right behind me.
Yeah.
That's why I like them. That's why they're there.
I'm so
those
glad
little circle
we can-
banner things, you know? I really like those. So, you know, we need a word of the day, Katie.
We need a word. What is our word that these are called, please? We already
need
have our
help.
honeycomb.
We need help.
Yeah. Half honeycombs? I don't know. I'm so happy I'm not the only one who can't find my words on Monday.
I can never find my words. I can never find them.
Okay.
But I did want to say that, you know, when I got this collection, I thought, so bright, so fun.
Yeah.
And I thought when I did the demo that I was going to say my word of the day was colorful.
Oh, okay.
Because
I can go with that.
it is just so colorful. Everything is so colorful. Now, you guys all know that I typically do 1-page layouts. I shy away from 2-page at just about any cost because they overwhelm me. They just kind of tax my brain a little bit more than what I need to be taxed from day to day. Rosettes,
yes,
thank you.
Thank you.
Rosettes
and honeycombs.
Yeah. Okay, those are our
to
words
write them on my
today.
hand or
Yes,
something.
right?
Yeah.
Right. Thank goodness we have such good customers that know what we're talking about.
That's
when
why
we
I don't have
can't.
to remember my words.
But when I started, you know, when I got my pictures developed, when I started looking, you know, at the different papers and things like that, I thought, you know what, I really do need to do a 2-page layout. And I'm going to try. I'm going to try really hard.
Everybody give her a silent high five. Here you go. Hold it up, Kat. Hold it up. There we go.
So we've got the 2-page layout. And I know that, you know, people have asked about 2-page layouts, you know, and just, you know, more layouts. So I was willing to give it a try.
You did it.
So
you knocked it out of the park.
So here we go.
Yes. All right. You have to explain. So I hope you're looking and you see this and the stripes, that they go all the way over to this side. And I was like, how did you do this? So go ahead, Peggy.
All right. So within the, and actually let me find that cut apart sheet here. Within the 6x6 pad, there is a page that just has 2x2 cut aparts. Now, if you have, you know, the collection, you're going to get them on this sheet as well.
Oh, okay. But the
so
6x6 has
the 6x6 also has a page. I thought I pulled it out.
People are so excited because they have purchased everything and now they're going to work along while you tell them what to do.
On the 6x6, you can see I cut part of this, you know, just for that. But anyhow, you get the whole sheet that's the 2x2 cut aparts. And so that was kind of my starting point for this layout. I just thought, you know, these are so bright, and I love, you know, the celebrate up here, and I love the happy you day, and I think over on that side I have this one. I like the wow, you are so amazing, because I tell my little boys that all the time, that they are just amazing, and when I saw this, I thought that's got to go on there too. So I cut this apart, and then I decided which ones I really wanted to highlight. And then I took some of the other, you know, papers from the 6x6 pad, and and just cut them into 2-inch squares so that I could kind of, intersperse them. And what I did, I knew that I was going to cover the center part of this up with my photos. So I just took my 2x2 squares and I went 5 across. So that's 10 inches. So it still leaves me 2 inches over here.
Okay.
But so I just took 5. So 5 rows. I went 4 down, 5 across. Okay. So if you're going to do all of it, it's going to be 20 squares, but I didn't do all of it because I was going to cover it up. So I just kind of went around the outside. But then I just highlighted some of those 2x2s from here and then filled in, with other ones that I cut. And I think the one fun thing about this collection is you can use so many of the patterns in papers and mix them all up, and it's just going to be colorful, and it's going to be fun, and it's going to be bright. It's not going to be like, oh my gosh, why did you put all of that together,
No, I would not say that.
So I thought, you can use the solids that aren't really solids, in here to kind of...
That's our favorite,
Yep,
Peggy.
solids that aren't solids, to kind of, ground things a little bit and bring colors together. And then I thought, well, I was going to just put it like on just a plain background, white background. But I thought, well, if it's going to be colorful, I'm not going to put it on a plain white background. So I used this paper. This is Hooray Tassels. So this is my background paper for both pages. So
I have to ask Peggy, did you use the whole paper?
I did use the whole paper. So the whole paper is back here.
Okay.
On both sides. So I used the whole thing.
Did everybody see that?
Came apart. So I did that. Now, remember when I said that I only went to 10 inches here, so 5? I still had the 2. Well, I wanted to do, like a 12 by 12 on here too, because that's my single page layout, because that's where my comfort zone is. But I didn't want it to be one page layout. I wanted to kind of go across. So I just took, the 12 by 12 sheet and cut down 2 inches and started with my 2 inches here and cut that down. So,
if you pull this apart, you can see that she had 10 inches of the 2x2s and then 2 inches of the yellow because
that's what I had left. I wanted to go across. Now, when I was working on this, I did not cut it apart until I was completely done. So I was working on this layout as a 12 by 24. Okay. So I worked on it as a 12 by 24.
On the side. Okay.
Because I wanted to make sure that everything lined up. Okay. So then when I went to go put my elements here, this is just 4 by 4 squares. So that's what, each of those 4 by 4. So I could line those up even with the edge of the paper right here, because I knew that's where my cut line was going to go. So I could just line that up and then know that, those were my 4. So again,
I'm glad you explained that, because I wondered how you got that piece on there and how did you cut it exactly. So that makes so much more sense.
So I just did it all together, and then when it was done, then I cut it, because that does make it so much easier. That way you know that you're lined up correctly, everything is on there straight, and I'm kind of antsy about getting things straight like that. So that was the easier way to do it, was put it all together as a 12 by 24 piece and then cut, rather than 2 12 by 12 pieces. Does that make sense?
Yeah, if you have questions about it, please ask. But we'll go on until we get some questions. But Peggy, people are loving this, and your paper, you make it so doable for everyone.
So then, knowing that I have, these 2 inches here, out of the 12, I'm going to still have 2 inches on this side. So, I'm going with the 2 by 2s. I'm going to be able to line these up over here. Wow. So that was kind of also how I was able to fit this 12 by 12 in. I could put my 2 by 2s over here and then put this in between. And it all worked out. I knew it was all going to fit in there. So
it looks to me, when you see the whole thing, it looks like these 2 by 2s went all the way over and behind this one. It just, but it's such a different,
and it just draws your eye across
way.
there too. I'm going to put them back up here too, so you don't have to stand up.
That's all right.
But I just kind of, it was easier to kind of talk about when it was laying flat. So
it's just absolutely.
So you can kind of create that kind of look, and you can do that with anything. I mean, if you want to bring it over, so it's 3 inches here, 3 inches there, and have the 6 or 6 and 6. You can do that because you can always. And you can do it without cutting a photo in half. I've seen layouts where the photos are cut down the middle, and that always kind of.
It bothers me, honestly.
Me too, because I don't want to cut that picture in half because there's not always a great place to cut.
I'm okay if it's a good place to cut it. Yeah. But if it would go through someone's face, then I'm like, oh, I have a little second thought.
If it's a panoramic kind of thing, and the scenery, I'm not quite as antsy about that. But I think this just adds a little more interest. You have that whole 12 by 12 area that you can work with, but then you also can add things to it, and I really like that.
Can you explain the black?
The black.
Yes, people are wondering about the black.
Why I put the black? Oh, how I framed it in.
Did you frame it? And I'm wondering if you did the Peggy frame.
I did the Peggy frame. I just did, the 1/4-inch strips with the faux mitered. I call it faux mitered.
I know.
Fake mitered corners. Where I take my 1/4-inch strips and I put them on the top and the bottom. I cut it knowing that it's a 1/4-inch. That I'm doing, I cut it a 1/2 inch longer than what my square is here. So I think my square here is like 9 by 9. So these are 9.5 by 9.5. I lay them out, top and bottom, and then on the side I lay those out. I adhere the top and bottom. I lay the side out. I make a little pencil tick, right here
where they meet.
Right where they meet, and then I cut the angle from there to the point, from here to the point, and then I can lay it down. Then it makes it look like it's mitered, and I don't have to match corners up. I don't have to match
I think
it
that's
up.
Genius.
So it's much. I started doing it a few years ago, and I started out trying to cut
both
all
of them.
4 sides, at the angle. And I thought, this is crazy because they never match. I'm cutting them by hand. It's human error on that. But and then I thought, well, why do all 4 sides when I can just do 2 and it'll be so much easier and it fits a lot better and it looks like it's mitered. It's really not. It looks a lot harder than what it really is. It's just a little snip and a little snip and glue it down. So, and it saves a lot of paper.
Yeah. How about, will you put this in a 3, do you keep yours in a 3-ring binder?
I do.
Yeah?
Yep. It'll go in a 3-ring binder. And, and I realize with the 3-ring binder, you have that space between because of the, the rings. I'm okay with that.
Right.
I really am.
Together.
Yeah. I really am okay with that. I don't mind that as much. So then, I took my photos here on this page. This is a Tim Holtz die that I had. Any kind of die that you have, any kind of letter die that you have is going to work, to put happy birthday on there. I really wanted to kind of outline things in the black to kind of make those other colors pop because they're so bright. And then I just use, the different solids that aren't solids, from the 6x6, for each of the letters. And then I had, some dies at home that said happy and day. And anything that you have is going to work. You can use anything, any kind of letter die that you have is going to work. That's just what I happen to have at home. And I really like, they have, this came from from the frames and tags piece. I really like that. I started with that. And then a lot of these also came from the sticker sheet. I used a lot of the stickers from the sticker sheet, and I really like that. I forgot to put the string on the balloon.
Oh, that's okay.
Sorry about that.
That's all
this
right.
balloon also came from Tim Holtz, the Sidekick. This one.
Yeah, Sidekick side order.
Side order, yep, the birthday one. I really like that one. I ended up using that quite a bit in these layouts. So, and then I added a little bit of banner down here. I have the sticker banner there, and then just, use some of those down there because I just thought it needed a little bit of extra. This was just a little too plain for me down there. So I added that. Then over here, 4x4 squares, I added the 2 pictures. Now, you could add 3 pictures if you want to. You could
You could do 4.
Yeah, I mean, you could, this is just, a block that you can put your photos on. You can use different size photos if you want to use, a 4x6 and then maybe, some 2x2s or something like that. You can do that. If you've got 3x4s, you can certainly do that in there. Whatever's going to fit. I just had the 2x2 or 4x4s that I used, and then I wanted to do my journaling on one as well, because I think that's an important thing to add to a page is the journaling, to talk a little bit about that. And sometimes I get a little bit wordy in my journaling, sometimes I don't. But I really like this in the frames and tags, and I thought about putting it up here and then journal below it, but I thought, no, I'm going to put it in the middle, and then I just used a couple of brads.
I love
in there.
that.
So
bringing back the old
bringing
school.
back the old school. That's right.
Love it.
And then this is just from the sticker sheet right here. I wanted the candles on the cake because they were blowing out their candles, and I just used one of the frames from the frames and tags to kind of frame that in.
What size are your black inch or black on this side?
These are 1/8 inch.
Yep.
These are 1/8 inch
They're just
strips. Yep. And I got done with it and I thought, this needs a little bit of border. It's just,
Yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah, just to kind of hold it in.
it would have been fine without the border. It would have looked great. No one would have looked at it and said, "Oh, you really need a border."
Exactly.
But I thought I needed the border. So,
love it.
So I added it here, I added it there, same on that side, and then I added here to frame that in just a little bit more, just to kind of repeat that.
Peggy, that's amazing.
Just
that's
to kind
really
of brighten
amazing.
things up.
It is 2 pages.
It's 2 pages. I know
so
it. So,
happy
I mean,
for
if any
you.
of you fell off your chair because I said, I did a 2-page layout, please get back up.
Yeah, so you can get back up and sit down, because now she's going to show us a couple
so
one
now we're
pages.
getting back into my comfort zone here.
I'm just going to show real quick. Peggy used the Hip Hip Hooray, the collection pack, 12x12. She also used the 6x6, which always amazes me that you come all these pieces or sizes with the 6x6.
And I like using the 6x6 because I like the scale of it. If I'm going to put it on a smaller area, so like when I did the 2x2 squares. Using the 6x6 and cutting those 2x2 squares out of that just gave me, that smaller scale, so it wasn't overwhelming to it. You could still see the design.
Yeah, and I agree with Jerry. Says that is a wow. Yeah, so she's on here. They're just a little bit smaller than you would have regularly in the 12x12. So you can see this size of the 12x12 compared to the 6x6. I think that is
and you guys,
a great idea.
There's the difference.
There you go.
Right,
that's
the
a good
difference
thing.
between them.
Is there a
So you can
certain
see.
paper cutter that you use to cut those really 1/8 inch?
I have like 4 cutters sitting. I have one that sits on my desk. I've got 3 that sit down beside me, and it kind of just depends on what I pull. Usually I will use, I have a Fisker's rotary cutter that I use most frequently to do the 1/8 inch and 1/4 inch, just simply because I know where the mark is on that without thinking. I know where to line it up without thinking. I do have a, what's the Cutterpede?
The Caterpillar cutter.
Yeah, I have that one too. Sometimes when I cut like the real thin ones, they curl up a little bit, so I don't really like that as much. But you can still get that cut. But usually I will use my Fisker's rotary trimmer on it because that's just what works. And like I said, that's just, I know where the lines are on it, to line it up, and I can do it really quick. So that's what I use most of the time. And I don't really have a problem with it, moving or shifting or not being able to get that thin. I know Kelly has said in the past, trying to get that thin cut can be difficult sometimes. But with my Fisker's rotary cutter, I have not had that problem.
Awesome.
So that's what I use. That is what I use all the time.
And now we're going to go over, well, this could actually be a 2-page layout, but I know it's, because they can go side by side. But they're 1 page.
They are 1 page.
And I know they had the discussion on Friday if people are 1 page or 2 page, and there's some that need to do 2 page. I'm definitely a 1 page.
I'm a 1 pager.
Yeah. Every once in a while I'll do 2, but I'm okay with 1.
I am too. I don't have a problem with 1. And I think I've just gotten, you guys see on so many of my pages, I don't have a ton of photos that I put on there. Usually I'll have 2, maybe 3 at the most. Sometimes when I do have more, I mean, I have 4 on this one. But, you know, here I'm just going to have 2.
What cracks me up is you say you have 4, but you really only have 2 per page.
2 per page, yes. Right?
Yeah.
Right?
You stretched it,
yeah,
but...
you know, and I don't know, I mean, I don't know how I started it, but that's just where my comfort is.
Yeah.
And I think we all have, you know, our styles are different, our comforts are different as far as, you know, what we do, how many photos we put on a page. And to me, if it works for you, it's the right way to do it, you know, and like Tim says, you do you. And I think that's the most important thing, because when you're preserving memories for, you know, yourself, your family, you know, the people that you love, when you do it your way, your personality comes through, and that's how you share it, I think. I think that's so important. And so, I mean, the way I do my pages, that's just how I do it. And that's where my comfort is, and that's where my enjoyment comes from. So this one.
You want to talk about your kiddos first?
My kiddos. My kiddos are 34. Can you believe it? They're going to be 35 this year.
Oh.
And I don't know how that is, because I am 29.
I know. Isn't it weird how math works?
I don't know how that works.
I know.
I just don't know. But
this is so cool.
So these are my kids. They're twins, Michael and Micah. They are, you know, Micah is the one that's got the little boys, and they live pretty close, so we get to spend a lot of time with them. But anyway, the one thing about the 2 of them, and like I said, they're twins, they have spent all but 1 birthday together.
Really? Really?
So,
isn't that neat?
They really prioritize making sure that they get to spend at least part of the day together, regardless of what the day is. So, you know, and it got kind of hard for them, you know, at one point when Micah was living up in Minnesota and Michael lives in Southwest Iowa. You know, there's a 5-hour difference, but they really did prioritize spending time together. So I always get, you know, we can always get, you know, that photo of them together on their birthday, and then we always get the photo of them blowing out candles too.
I think that's a fun tradition.
This year, you know, it was just cupcakes. There was one year we met at a pizza ranch down in Southwest Iowa, and lo and behold, Micah remembered to bring candles.
My God!
I think one of the boys had just turned 3, so she had the candle that had the 3. It might have been their 30th birthday, in fact. She had the candle that had the 3, and then she had a 0.
Oh my word!
And we were at the pizza ranch, so they put them in a slice of pizza, and she brought one of those great big long lighters, you know, to light it. You know, it's like, oh God, please don't kick us out. We're starting a fire here, you know. But that's what we did, and so we got a picture of that too.
You guys really made the effort to get together.
So they do. They do prioritize that.
So is this based on white?
This has a white base.
White.
Yeah,
Okay.
These are both based on white.
Okay.
And I chose to do that because of the brightness of the papers, and I knew I was going to bring a lot of pattern into it and things. So I wanted to just keep it on the white. So this is just plain white. I think it's basil white is what I use. The 12 by 12 is basil white, and I like it because it is a brighter white. You know, whites are like reds, I think. They can vary. I mean, you can get some warmer whites, you can get some grayer whites. This is a bright white, and I really liked it. And earlier when I said that, what did we call it? Rosettes.
I know, I was like, oh.
What was that one of the day again? When I said that was one of my favorite papers, I thought I have to use that somehow. And so I just cut 11.5 by 3 inches, because again, I like having the frame around there. So I like to frame it. So this is 11.5 by 3 that I cut this. And then, you know, I have that 1/8 inch black. This is about a 3/8 inch there, and then 1/2 inch there with the red. But what I did, I put the rosette paper down and then the red paper down. I didn't put the green one down yet because I knew I was going to be doing these banners, and I knew I wanted to kind of needed to hide the edge of the banners in there. So I just took some of the papers from the 12 by 12. I think this is actually from, well, that might have been the full 12 by 12 sheet. It's a little bit bigger. But I just took some of the scraps of paper that I had on my table, and I just you know, cut them in varying widths, and then angled their edges a little bit.
Yeah, you cut them in different ways.
Yeah, in different ways,
that.
and different widths and things like that. So I mean, I started like with an inch, you know, 1/2 inch, inch. You know, I just kind of, and then layer them down there and overlapped them a little bit here and there. But I wanted it to look like it was coming all the way down. So you'll see that it's up here and it's below the photo.
And you know what?
It's not here.
I
Because
thought
that would have
it
been too hard.
did go all the way through. It's like an optical illusion.
Yeah. So, I mean, again, if you're using your 6x6 papers, you can do this. It makes it look like it's going all the way through.
It sure
it's
does.
not. So you can use the 6x6 that way. But yeah, just kind of layer it up, and then I repeated it down below. But as I built this, I did the 3x3. I put the red down, and then I put my banner strips down, and then I put the green.
Okay.
And it would have been fine there, but I thought it needed just that thin little line again.
It makes such a difference.
Across there, just to cover up those edges to, kind of even it so you can't see if they're uneven or not. And then I just added a little sticker here, a little banner sticker.
And it's perfect. Perfectly
So proud of you.
placed.
Yeah, because I'm proud of
Yes,
them.
well,
I'm
absolutely.
And then this is from the sticker sheet. This is, all the sticker sheets always come with, like a border strip. So I use that.
So colorful.
I wanted to use some orange in there because of her top. I like the mint green because of the walls to kind of, do that. And then, of course, the black, from his shirt, pull all those things out. So, that picture there. And then I just did a 1/4 inch mat on it. I don't always mat my photos, but I think on this one I matted most of them. But did that. And then from here, you'll see that my journal box is a little bit wider than my green here. I wanted it to overlap onto here a little bit.
Okay, I see that.
So I needed that because I still wanted my borders there. I wanted my borders to go across. Because I think when you're doing a really well-balanced layout, you have to look at your borders. And you need to make sure that those are pretty even going around, just to kind of balance things out. So I wanted to make sure that, this kind of met that and kind of came down here. So I had those borders there. So then I did my journaling on here, and this is done on the computer. I wanted to make sure I had room for these balloons, and again, these balloons came from the Tim Holtz side order die, which I love this die.
You do, don't you?
I do.
Yeah.
They
loves
came
that
out
too.
with the 4, the Christmas, the coffee, the Valentine, and this one. These are so fun. If you've got a sidekick, these are great because you get the embossing folder with it, and then you get the different pieces. And I use these pieces quite a bit in these layouts. I really like the balloons, the different colors. Sticker. These are just number stickers from the Simple Stories Color Vibe books.
Right.
So use that. And then, the banner sticker there. And then the journaling. Again, with the banner strips, I brought those down. I met those down along the bottom. They have the same cut to them, top and bottom. And they're kind of lined up kind of the same way. So just a little bit longer here. I really like this. I thought that was funny.
I love it.
Party people in the house.
That's perfect.
I thought that was really cute. So I used that. Again, I just took another thin black to come across here. And then I matted this photo in the black too. I thought it needed something there. I was going to leave that blank, but it needed something there because I really like that. Did someone say cake?
I know. The wording fits perfectly.
So I just thought that was just a fun, bright colored layout.
Yeah, and I'm assuming no inking.
No inking.
No
I
inking.
didn't ink anything. I did not ink anything.
On any of these layouts?
No, not on any of them. I think the bright colors take care of that.
Yep.
I think they do that. I think for me, it's hard to think about inking things when the colors are so bright.
Right. I agree with you. Yeah.
If you have a smoky or a more muted kind of color, I think it's, you could go ahead and get away with that inking. I would have had a hard time figuring out what color to ink
I don't
with.
know what you would ink unless you'd ink with black. But.
Well, and I could have done that on here if I, where, I did this really thin, matte with black here. If I didn't want to do that, I could have taken like my archival black or my black soot and just ran the, like say this is the pad, just ran it across the paper.
Oh yeah,
just
right,
to edge
just
it,
to have a little bit of an edge, yeah.
And I'll do that sometimes, even on my photos.
Okay,
I'll edge my photo.
Do you edge your,
Every
really?
so often I'll do that, just to, depending on what the background is, but just to give it just a little bit of definition, I'll do that sometimes. So
I
this
love
is
it.
really
Peggy,
a fun
these are
one.
so inspirational. I mean, it's so inspiring.
Just, and when you look at this, you can
love
kind
it.
of break it down. You can see that, there's a part here.
Yeah.
There's your middle part, and then there's your bottom part.
Yeah.
So, do it in pieces if you're going to do it, and balance it out. So you've got the 3, you've got the 3, and you're talking, you have 6 inches in between, to work on.
It's amazing. And I really honestly thought those banners went all the way through when I first saw it. And then I noticed when you pointed it out, they don't go by on that
they don't
sticker.
go through there.
What a good little trick.
Fake it out.
Yeah. You pulled one over on me.
So that was a fun one to
Beautiful.
do. I really like that one. And actually, to be totally honest with you, I have done this design before with some other paper, and I just kind of scrapbooked it myself.
Have you really?
Yeah, I love the design. I love the design of it.
It is
and
a great design.
Why not scrapbook myself? If
yeah.
I do a layout that I really, really love and that I've enjoyed doing,
Why not?
why not? I'm using different pictures. I'm using different,
great
different
idea.
papers.
Yeah.
They're not going to be side by side in an album.
I love it.
No one's going to know. No one's going to know. They're just going to think you're super talented.
Well, I would say everybody thinks you are super talented.
So this one,
Another
I think
great
this
one.
was the first one that I did with this collection, and I just really like the papers, and I thought I want to use them all.
good.
How can I use them all? And so I thought, well, I'm going to do this background.
I love this.
I'm going to do this background, and this background it's on a sheet of 9x9.
Okay.
9x9, just plain white paper, whatever you have, just 9x9 scrap. You're not going to see it, so it doesn't matter what color it is.
Okay.
It's 9x9, and then I just took from the 6x6 pad, I cut 1/2 inch by 3 inch strips. So 1/2 inch and then cut them in half. So they're 3 inches by 1/2 inch, and I just cut a bunch of them. And you can see I've got my pile here that I've just cut a bunch, different ones here.
I'm so excited.
And I'm going to show you how to put it
Yay.
together too. So that's what it is. It's 1/2 inch by 3 inches, and then I centered it. I got it all put together. I centered it on the page, and then again the faux corners. Because I thought it just needed to be framed in there. It needed something to finish off those edges, and I don't know. There's just something. I always think that little strip of paper, whether it's an 1/8 inch or a 1/4 inch, it just kind of finishes off edges for me, and it's just the style that that I've used. It just doesn't look complete in my eyes on my page without it.
And I always thought you had adhered it to a yellow, but no, you just used 1/4 inch.
I just used the 1/4 inch, and again, like I said, it is a real paper saver. Rather than
absolutely.
instead of using a 9.5 inch piece,
Right.
I'm using I'm using a 1 inch, because I have the 4. So I'm using 1 inch of the paper rather than 9.5 inches. So then I have paper to make cards or whatever, photo mats, that sort of thing, or cut all these little crazy things out.
I'm thinking this would be a good Christmas layout too.
It would. I think you could
Christmas
really,
paper
yes.
and opening
And I think you
presents.
could do that with very elegant papers.
Yes.
And you can do it with very playful papers.
Yes.
You can mix and match, and use your solids that aren't solids, or use solids, and
Right.
just to kind of ground things. Like I said, I wanted to use all the papers because I just thought they were so fun, and so I just kind of laid that, put it all together, laid it on there, and then decided, how am I going to do my photos? And I thought at first I would just use 3 of these smaller photos, but I thought, no, I want a big photo on there.
That's perfect.
And so
darn cute.
and I didn't want just 2 because I had 3 photos that I wanted to use.
Right.
So I thought, well, we'll use the 2 smaller ones because I couldn't really put all 3 big ones on there without really coming off
Right.
the edges. So the 2 smaller ones work. You want to see this one, and then the 2 smaller ones of the boys opening. And if you look close at this right here, this was the little. This is actually a travel pad game thing that I covered with birthday paper and used the other sidekick, the letterboard.
Yes.
To write happy birthday and have the numbers
What a
on
good
there.
idea.
So that was how I did their cards for them. So again, showing that I really like these sidekicks. They're just a lot of fun. But the 3 photos on there, and then I did the grouping on the top. These are all from the sticker sheet, and this is 3 different sets of balloons. So one is grounded, the other two are kind of popped up a little bit, and then the banner is also popped up. I wanted to put that up there, so because it is a celebration, and I like that. You'll see that I really don't have titles on any of these, other than this one.
Yeah.
You know, but these don't really have titles. I use the elements from the sticker sheet and the frames and tags. So, you know, without having a great big title on there, they worked as the title. So, you know, get your party on, you know, let's celebrate. I really like that. You know, add a few little words. I like, you know, again, the rosettes. This is like one set of rosettes from the sticker sheet. And then I just kind of tucked in the hat, a candle, you know, the little banner saying there. This is from the frames and tags, which I, you know, popped that up, slid the picture behind it. My journaling on here, just, you know, I mean, just a piece of white cardstock that you print on, and then use the other rosette and popped up a couple other sticker elements. And then I used the little crepe paper vine thingies.
Those are so
from here.
Neat.
Very easy to put together. I mean, it was really easy.
Is it?
And because you just use, you know, two different, and you could use, you know, complementary colors in there. I just kind of went with the same, you know, tones. I went with the red on red, and I went yellow on yellow. So I did that. And kind
but it looks like it's actually spun.
It really does. The way that it's created, it really does.
Yeah.
And then the other nice thing about it is that it when you cut it, it isn't really curled up a lot, but because of where, you know, it's thin here, so you can kind of curl it up a little bit more. So you can kind of create where you want it to go. You don't have to use it just in line. So you can see, you know, the yellow, I kind of, you know, folded up a little bit more than the red.
I love that.
So you can, you know, you can layer them up there that way, and that made it easy. And then I thought, gosh, it needs something around the edges. And then I just went a little bit crazy.
It's a party.
You know, like I said, I like to die cut, and when I die cut, I just keep going. And there happened to be a football game on while I was die cutting, so I was just die cutting and die cutting and die cutting. And then I thought, well, let's, you know, pop some of these on here. And I thought, oh, that looks kind of cute. Let's put another one here. And by the time I was done, it was all over the page.
I love it.
You know, I looked at it once and I thought, oh, snicker sneeze. Or what? No, sticker sneeze. Sticker sneeze is what I thought when I first saw it. But I thought, you know what? I like it. A sticker sneeze.
Yeah.
Sticker sneeze.
Boom.
I can already say that. But
now with your border, is that, one, how did you adhere it? And is it color vibe or is it from the color pack?
this is all from the color pack. This is from the 6x6. All of these.
What about the yellow?
Oh, the yellow.
Yeah.
The yellow is a solid.
Oh, the yellow is a
Yep,
solid from
yellow
the pack.
is a solid.
Okay.
And this came, I just bought the individual sheet on this, but you can, because this is the one that I had, you can
That's
get,
the one you used.
you can get the pack of paper with all the different colors as well.
Yeah, and that's nice, and you don't have to worry about it if you can't find one that can't find a match for.
And again, you know, when I did the crepe paper vines there, I used, you know, the solid. I cut on the red one side and the yellow on one side. I used the 6x6 that looks like this on one, and then the red, I think it looks like that on the other.
Yeah.
The 6x6, so I could have those smaller
Patterns.
Yes, thank you. I cannot find my words.
But it's Monday.
It's Monday.
That's why I'm very quiet today, is because my words are gone.
Yeah.
All right, what about, how did you glue the yellow frame down?
Just with my tape runner.
Just a tape runner. You didn't use liquid glue or anything,
Nope.
just your tape runner?
Use my
All
tape.
right.
I like the Easy Runner Green. I like the blue because I like the dots. It's the permanent. It's the dots. The green. You know, there's three different ones. There's the red, the green, the blue. The green is the temporary one, and I think that's, and I use that a lot. I will like just put a little bit down and put something down on that because I know I'll be able to move it. But I'll put, especially if I'm doing groupings, I'll do that so they're not moving around as I'm tucking other things in.
That's a good
So
good
it lays
advice,
it down.
yeah?
And then when I go to, you know, actually adhere it down and put everything down, then I'll use the permanent.
Yep.
But I like the dots because, you know, and I like the little strips too, you know, the red one, and I think that's probably one of our more popular ones. I like that. I think it's got great adhesive. It's very strong. But I like the dots because if I'm using that smaller bit, I don't have to kind of try to tuck it in if I don't get it exact.
Piece, yeah.
You know,
You
it
can
just
rub
kind of
them off.
rubs.
Yeah.
So I do like the blue, and I
Yes.
keep the blue in my runner all the time. So
Did you want to show us how you made
yes,
the...
I'm going to show you how to do this background.
Yes.
Okay.
All right.
So this is what we're doing. So as I said, just take a 9 by, and what I used here is a 9 by 9. You can use any size that you want. You know, if you were an 8.5 by 11 scrapbooker, I think it would work great on that. You know, just to cut it down a little bit all the way around, it would work. And what you're going to do, since this is 9 by 9, I'm going to find the middle of it. So I'm going to go up 4.5, right? Is that half? And find the middle of it here.
The middle of your paper?
Yep, middle of my paper.
Okay.
So I'm going to find the middle of my paper and just make a dot. And then I'm going to draw a line from that dot down to the corner.
Okay.
Because this is going to be my guideline for putting my paper.
And since it's square, you only had to put one dot.
Yep, exactly.
Well, yeah.
You know, and even if it's rectangular,
Yeah.
you really only have one dot. That you just find the middle.
Just find the middle
Just
of your
find
paper.
the middle.
We used to do that when I taught. We would fold it and then just pinch the center
Oh yeah.
a little bit,
Yep.
which
absolutely.
would work because, as you can see, you don't
Yeah.
see the center.
And so then what I did, and I'm just going to do this just for ease.
Yeah.
And this is one thing that I'll do, especially when I get to the outside
Yeah.
here, because I want everything to stick along that
Oh.
edge. So go along that edge. And actually, I'm just going to go like this because my papers are going to fit in there. Okay.
Oh, so you put the adhesive down
I put
first.
it right on, because really, okay, it's all down. Why
Yeah.
sit there and go like this on each one?
Exactly.
Right?
Don't do the Katie way. Do
Right.
the Peggy way.
So you're going to start off with using your guideline, and you're going to do this in sections of 3.
Okay.
So 3 strips, 3 strips, 3 strips. So I'm going to line up from the center along to those connecting lines, okay? So there's one, and then I'm going to find, you know, another fun piece. And I'm going to just go right along that line and lean that right up. And, you know, you can use whatever color you want, however you want to put it in there. These are just my leftovers from, you know, when I did that one.
This is,
So
when you were
here-
explaining it to me,
Okay.
it's so simple, but to see it makes it even
And then you're going
more
to turn
simple.
it, and you're going to go the other direction. Okay?
This is amazing.
So it actually ends up looking kind of like a chevron
Yeah.
as you do this.
So the sizes are 1/4 inch by 3 inch.
Half inch.
Oh, excuse me, half
Half
inch
inch
by
by
3
3
inch.
inch.
And place them
Yep.
in threes.
And you'll see why, you know, I really wanted to go to the edge here on this.
I would have started on the outside and worked in, and that would have been a disaster. So I'm glad you are showing us this.
You can do it any way you want.
Well, you can, but
Anyway.
sometimes it's not the easiest way.
And I kind of like to mix up, you know, the
Oh, absolutely.
solid with the, although I didn't do it right there. But then here, I'm going to go that way with it. And I want that adhesive right on the end so that my paper will stick. And I don't have to think, oh, do I have to glue it? How am I going to glue it?
Oh, this
you know,
is
that sort of thing.
amazing.
So then, put the stripe on here. Yeah, no, I want to put it there because I want it to show more. Okay. So yeah.
So
You
Peggy
know.
is showing us a technique that she created with on this layout using 1/2 inch by 3 inch
Strips of
strips.
paper, right.
Yeah.
You just lay them out. You know, and again, you know, if the football game or basketball game is on and you just want to, you know, cut crazy, go ahead. Now you're going to see here,
Yeah.
my
I'm
3
like,
inch isn't going to fit, right? So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go there, and I'm just going to take my pencil and make a little mark to where I want to cut.
Okay.
Okay? So it doesn't have to be, it's not going to be exact, but it's going to be just fine.
As I mentioned, this would make a really good front of a card.
Yes, absolutely it would.
I love it.
Or, you know, here, because it's going to go off, I'm not going to worry about cutting it because I'm going to cut right there anyway.
Okay.
So, okay. And again, I have just that little, you know, triangle shape right there, but I want to make sure I'm glued down, and that's why I've got my paper there. So you see how that kind of works all the way across.
Wow.
So then, you know, and it's okay to cross these lines. I mean, you're going to cross them. That's just how it works. But I'm just going to do this top section here for us, just so you can kind of see how it's done. I don't have that many different papers here.
That's what it starts to be like. You don't have the other ones that you were using. You're down to the nitty gritty.
Right? Okay.
That's all right.
So, you know, some are going to be side by side. It's okay. I don't want that way. Go this way. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Right there.
No pressure, as I'm just sitting here right on you the whole time.
Bring it down here. No pressure at all.
No pressure, because look at how you do all the way around, correct?
I do it all the way around, yep.
And then you have it nice and covered, and then that becomes her center paper for her project.
Exactly.
And then these frames are not, she does not put that then on a 12 by 12 sheet. It's actually 1/4-inch frames, and you lay the top one,
And top and bottom down.
and the bottom, and then on the left side you lay it down, but you just make a little pencil mark
Yep.
where you're going to cut it diagonally, and then you just lay it back down. I think that is so smart. Ooh,
Now you can
isn't
put
that
this.
so satisfying?
You can put this on your cutter and just trim it down if you want to, or use your scissors, whatever works.
I think it's so satisfying, and I don't know why.
See all these papers fall off. See.
You're very brave to do it with your scissors. I am one that would put it in my trimmer. Oh, look at that.
There it is.
Look at that. Oh, it's just so pretty.
And look how quickly we were able to do, you know, that quarter, that you know, top half.
Yes.
And here I would, you know, start here and build from there.
And do from it, basically from the center again.
You know, and like I said, you know, if you get to this part where you have to, you know, trim that in, trim it out. You know,
that's absolutely right. And look at those tiny little corners.
Again, no one is going to say to you, that's not quite right.
Exactly.
You know? No one's going to tell you that. You're going to see that chevron design, and you're going to think, wow, that is really cool.
And that's
you know,
exactly
that you were able to put that together
when I
that way.
saw it that way.
So,
it's amazing.
yeah. So that's how that all goes together. You can kind of see how that.
Oh, so
up there.
neat.
So,
I'm going to try that.
So yeah, give it a try. Let us know.
Yeah.
You know, let us know how it works for you.
I think it's a great idea for birthday cards.
And yeah,
or cards,
a card front.
Yeah.
You know, if you have scraps, you can do a card front. In fact, I have a little card here. A girlfriend of mine made this for me. Actually, so the same thing. But she used this line, and she used what she did was just cut rectangles. You know, slim rectangles, and then cut them in half, and then created, you know, the sunburst design.
Love
and then
the
she cut that a little bit shorter. This is a 5x7 card.
Yep.
Used, you know, paper to line that, and then I just put the
Isn't that
ephemera on
adorable?
there. This is a quick and easy card that you can use from your scraps.
Oh my gosh.
I was just starting a card here that I didn't get all the way done, and it's not quite. I thought, I want to do one that looks like, you know, those blowy things. I don't even know what they're called. Again, I don't know the word.
The blowy things that you blow on at a party and they unroll.
It's this thing.
Yes. A
You know?
party horn?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know what it's called.
Is there an official name for this?
So I just thought, well, let's just cut strips and let's just roll them up and create a card like that, you know? And actually, you do need Nouveau to stick these down. They're not going to stick down with just your adhesive. But, you know, and again, you know, these are just 1/2-inch strips. These are some of those 1/2-inch strips that I had left over from there that I just hadn't cut in half yet. So I started off with 6-inch, you know? And so just roll them up. And roll them up at different, you know, heights and things like that. You guys get the idea.
Yeah.
And so you can do that, and then just put it, you know, on the front of a card, you know, a card base, and then put the card on there like that.
So
you have a really fun little card here, and then just put your
that is
greeting
wonderful.
right up there. And there's a quick card for you.
I love it. I love it.
So
with the party horns.
yeah, party horns. That's a good. Yes.
Yeah, we can. Call, that's our word.
We'll call them party horns. That's our word for the day. So different ideas.
Again, the customer is asking how you created the little squiggles around the confetti.
Yeah,
that was used with the die.
From
Tim Holtz, and it is called, I think,
Birthday. No, it's called Celebrate.
Oh, Celebrate.
Celebrate.
And it's one of the side kicks.
Yep.
And how did you get that on? How did you adhere?
I used my Zig pen, my Zig glue pen.
Oh, the very fine, fine
Twizzlers and a Zig glue pen is what I used.
Yep, and that would do that. Well, Peggy, wow. And people have absolutely loved them, and I hope I showed them long enough so they can get the ideas of how to go about getting them.
It's really, these layouts I think were really about embracing the brightness and the color and just having fun with color.
Yes.
I think, and I think as a scrapbooker, as a paper crafter, I think playing with color is something that we all enjoy doing. Otherwise, we wouldn't be doing this craft. And I find that, and I do say that a lot. I say that I love to play with color. I love to play with paper. And people think, oh, she's crazy.
Not us.
But it calms me and it centers
Isn't
me.
it true?
And it just, I feel just,
less stress.
It
does.
It's what that does for me. So I enjoy doing it, and it's a lot of fun. And
it's like you kind of lose your time in it or get away. It's like a
right.
little vacation.
It is.
A little crafty vacation.
Yep.
Yes.
I just go into my little she shed, which is the extra bedroom in the house.
I know. Me too. My she bed.
Sometimes turn on the radio. Sometimes listen to music a lot of times. Sometimes put that football game on.
Exactly.
And just cut.
I know.
I gotta cut.
Absolutely.
I'm gonna, put something on that I don't have to pay a great deal of attention
there
to.
You go. Well, Peggy, thank you very, very much. And again, Teresa was to be here, but she is feeling under the weather.
Yes.
So, Peggy, thank you
so
for filling in.
Teresa, feel better soon.
Yes, we want
and Penny
you
too.
And Penny's under the weather too. So we want both of them to feel better and get back soon. And tomorrow is actually me, and I am showing you just the introduction to the memory decks and how to get them started. So I hope you join us tomorrow. Yeah. And I hope everybody has a crafty day. Stay warm if you're in the snow, and if it's nice, go out and get some fresh air.
If you're in Quebec and you got that big snow dump, stay warm, but go have fun in the snow. Go play in the snow.
And then go back inside and craft so you can craft your snow pictures.
Right.
Yes.
Fresh snow.
There you go.
Simple stories.
All right. Thank you, everyone. Have a wonderful day.
Thank you.